1 week from our conversations, the trade deadline.
Yeah.
And here we are 1 week before it, and the Lakers are in Boston in deep trouble. And about 10 minutes ago, this is the end of our Thursday program, AD and LeBron were announced that they're out. National TV game on Turner tonight.
I know, man.
And which is exactly, what you were saying off air. This is exactly what Adam Silver said he doesn't want to do with two superstar players not playing on a national TV game. But what do the Lakers do? What would be your counsel?
Well, they don't
here?
have a lot of leverage because when they started the season with Jared Vanderbilt being out, that derailed a lot of what they wanted to do. Taurean Prince is great, but I don't think they envision him to be the starting three because Vando at the beginning of the season would be able to guard multiple positions. He didn't need, to have an offense run for him. It's an interesting dynamic when you look at the way the Lakers flipped it in the second half of the season with basically the same kind of roster.
Yes.
To where they're at now. And it just shows you how hard it is to, one, really win in this league and be back on top year in and year out. Just because you have the same people, you're a year older, some things happen, injuries take place, you have a different dynamic philosophy-wise maybe a little bit. I don't know how much movement because as well as D'Angelo Russell was playing, Ohio State guy, I love him to death. How much value does he have to get an asset back that makes sense? Who wants to take on whatever the contract terms are right now? Is this the D'Angelo we've already known? Yeah, he's playing well for a streak. The last couple games not that good. Does it revert back into who we thought he was?
Yeah.
See, these are the questions you have when you're trying to negotiate some kind of trade deal, especially because and they don't want to give up Austin Reeves. So what other value and assets do you have to give up that makes sense that's going to really change and impact this roster?
So you're saying calling up other teams and saying, you don't want to let LeBron finish his career this way, do you?
And they're like, yeah.
That's not.
We love him to death, but no.
That doesn't cut much ice, huh?
We're not going to help you out. Well, it's the Lakers, too. Now, you got to think about it. For a while, the Lakers probably had the assumption that, we're L.A. and people just want to come to L.A. They just want to come to L.A. and play.
Yeah.
And that's not – guys now, when they're younger, they're like, I can play anywhere. I love L.A., but, we're not going to do – teams are not going to do them any favors.
I don't know what they do.
What can you do?
I don't know. I unfortunately, the only move would be to switch out the coach. Straight up.
What is? I don't
know what that does. I don't know what that does either.
But this is the same coach that got you to where last year?
I know, right?
The conference final.
Yes.
And
that's why everyone felt running it back was a smart move here. And then it looked great in the 2 games in Vegas for the in-season tournament.
It did for that period of time. And Gabe Vincent, he hasn't played because of the injury. So
and I thought that was such a great offseason.
Well, listen, think about it. What they envision, and we always do this in sports, what you envision your roster to be and your starting lineups and how your rotations are going to happen in those off-season meetings, how many times they get derailed because of injuries? So now you're trying to figure out the best combinations on how they work. And as much as you want to X and O and tweak it, sometimes those combinations just don't fit. I don't care how smart you are, how great the players are. Sometimes it don't fit. And I think that's what we're seeing a little bit with the Lakers this year, is that they were great in the in-season tournament.
Yeah.
But now it's something missing. Defensively, they're not as good. I'm a Clipper, so.
So is TJ. That's why TJ's got a big smile.
Broadcast. I had the national game with the Lakers and the Clippers.
Yes,
so,
I watched that
unless
too.
It's that. Other than that, that's where I'm at.
The Clippers are phenomenal. On the scale of 1 to Bat Guano, how crazy is Steve Ballmer?
Yeah, there you go.
Bat Guano?
From Detroit, Michigan, Midwest guy. He's crazy passionate.
Oh, yeah.
But he allows, what I love about it, he allows management to do their job. Because he's not over the top. He's demanding because he understands what he wants, but he trusts the people that he put in a specific place of power to make decisions. And that's why you see it coming out. And he's been patient. Think about it. With the injuries with Kawhi and Paul and things and disappointments, getting to the Western Conference Finals, but not really achieving a lot. Then you're going into a new arena.
Yeah.
He's been patient in regards to that. He didn't make any big-time moves in regards to management, where a lot of owners, maybe a little overzealous, would have done it and pushed the panic button. He didn't do it, and that says a lot about him.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.